Okay, so Love's Truck Stop in Mossy Head by Defunct, Florida, and there's this guy, very large guy, standing at the driveway with some cart and a roll-up sign. It's like 45 degrees, and the sign says something like "Tired of traveling, need money." And he probably came up here in a truck or something that he parked at McDonald's or something. You can't believe all the tourists here that are not wearing face masks. This face mask required store. And you can't believe all these tourists that are not bothering to wear a face mask. And they're not social distancing. There's some old girl. God, she stood like right up my butt. And I told her, I said, "Excuse me, we have 6-foot social distancing here in Florida." And she said, "Oh, I'm not from here." See, that's what I'm telling you about these tourists. They just bite. Oh, let's see if I can get this on the blog. I think. Oh, that's the weeding thing. Okay, so let me see if we can get it. I think I'm gonna have to get my tripod. I'm just getting money. Put this on the tripod. Because I am intrigued, because I bet he's got a car over here in this parking lot. I sure didn't see him before. Try to get this tripod in good. Ooh. Texas truck giving him something. See that? You get a lot of the Alabama people that will come over here, and they will beg, or they'll act like their car is broke down. And it's just a scam. I hate to break it to you, if he's traveling, he's pulling that little trailer, the tires look brand new. See that wave at everybody to try to get their attention. So this guy's like, what, 400 pounds? You know he's just starving, right? You know he's walking and traveling with that, pulling that trailer, right? And he's 400 pounds. Checking his phone to see what time it is. How much he's made in an hour. A friend of mine was talking to a guy that begs every day like this, a little roll-up sign. And he says, well, did you get any money today? And he whooped out this big wad of money, $500. And he says, Jesus, that's a lot of money. He said, in one day? And the guy says, well, yeah. And he says, well, then you're done. You know, you go get, you know, a place to stay, a little hotel or something, and some food and whatever. He said, oh, no, I'll be back tomorrow. He said, I make $500 a day. Standing on the street corner, people handing me money. See, they'll wave to everybody. Some of them will cuss you out. You drive by them, and they'll cuss you out if you don't give them something. I had one come up to my car in NOLA at about 2 in the morning, and oh my God, it scared me to death. I was at an intersection, and this crackhead girl came right up to my window, beating on my window. And was like, I need money, I'm pregnant. And she was like all drugged out. And I'm like, really? You actually came to my car and beat on my window? But see, they'll get on these tourists because this is a truck stop by the interstate. I mean, right next to the interstate. And so, the tourists will usually give them money. He doesn't even have gloves on. You know he hasn't been out in the cold long. You know how cold it is out there? Like 45. It was 26 last night. Trust me, you're standing out there in the wind holding that sign. It's cold. Oh, don't tell me. Here's a Florida tag, red Dodge truck. Talking to him. I guess I didn't give him anything. But you know, it's not even real. Look at this. Black girl, Florida tag. Handed money. Jesus. That makes me so sad. They don't like them begging up here at this truck stop. They get really feisty about it. tag on people's hearts on Christmas Day. That's so sad. What's really bad is most of them, people will give them food instead of money. A real nice bag of food, and they just set it on the ground in the fire ants, and they have this big pile of bags of food. They want the money so they can buy lottery cards and liquor. And I have a daughter that works at a store that sells lottery tickets and stuff, and the bums beg all around town, and then they come in with hundreds of dollars, and all they do is buy lottery tickets and beer and cigarettes. The real homeless don't beg on the corner like that. They just don't. I really wish I could zoom in on this guy better. Oh, now I messed it all up. Look at that. Florida tag. Gave him money. Jesus. There was a guy who was doing that. He was going to the missions and stuff in Alabama. And they got video of him and everything. And this guy had so much money playing lottery and everything else, and was living in a really nice trailer park, and was claiming he was homeless so he'd get all the free stuff. That was unreal. They were like, no, he's not. I said, you ought to see this video. He's on there at the soup kitchen telling his story. And it was amazing because a friend of mine owned the trailer park he was renting in. I will tell you, I wouldn't want to work for that store because all these tourists come in with no face mask and no social distancing, act like they never heard of it. That would be a really deadly place to work. These tourists, they don't care. They come from all their corona lockdown places and they just come here to kill everybody here because they don't care. Man, this guy's making really good money. by the hour. Because the truck stop will be one of the few places that are open today. So they'll feed on the people, the tourists and the locals. And this particular truck stop, they get pretty PO'd. They will actually call the police out here and then they'll bar them from the property. I had one time. I was coming out from the fuel pumps in my caddy, and this girl ran right up to my window, banging on my window, and I'm like, what are you touching my car? And she's like, we need help. Our friend ran out of gas on the expressway. I said, great. If you call 911, the police will come. Why are you way down here? And that was a scam. They kept doing it to every car. And they got thrown off this property. Here's another one handing him a bunch of money. Well, that's interesting. He put some money in one pocket and some money in the other pocket. So it must be like, you must have a different pocket for every denomination. But see, you would think they would, wait long enough to get a little bit to eat or, drink. But no, they'll stand there as long as they can stand there till people throw them out or the police come. And make hundreds and hundreds of dollars in one day. The minimum wage here is about $9 an hour, so he's making bank. You might even be staying in that hotel over there, which is terribly expensive. Ever since they built that thing, it is really high for this area. Look, there's a Georgia tag. Gave him a bottle of water. The real homeless don't stand at the corner begging. They walk around with a grocery cart full of their belongings. They don't bother anybody. Surfboard was too cold for that. That water be like ice right now. It was so cold last night. It's winter in Florida anyway. It's warmer, more South Florida. Here it's just absolutely terrible. Oh, you got a cup of coffee there. So, looks like he's almost out. I bet if the truck stop knows, they probably already called the sheriffs and they're just waiting on him to come out. Look at that Alabama car parked in 2 spaces right there. Really? In a tiny little Fiat. This place is one of the busiest places, like 24 hours. Okay, so let's take this and put it on my mount. drive through and see if we get a good pic of this guy. Because you think I'm kidding, and I'm not. It breaks my heart because there's people in the world that really, really, really need the help. And children and kids with no Christmas presents. And here's like a 400-pound guy out here begging on the boulevard. So he can keep his 400 pounds. Shot of this dude. Tired traveler rides help Merry Christmas. I hate to break it to you, the wheels on that little cart look brand new. Sad, sad, sad. Here at Mossy Head Plaza Drive, SR 285 at I-10 between Tallahassee and Pensacola, out at Mossy Head, Florida, and Defuniak Springs. Right next to the Sleep Inn Suites, the Waffle House,